Hi, welcome to the NAB Show New York studio here in New York City. I'm Claire Plaisted, and today I'm joined by Gautier Demond, VP of Sales, Content Delivery North America from Qwilt.
Hello, Claire.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So tell me a little bit about Qwilt.
Of course. So Qwilt is an Israeli-based startup, a big startup. We're more than 200 people, and we are the global leader in open caching. So open caching is basically a way to deliver content better on the internet, and it's the next generation of content delivery. We're focusing a lot on video, which is why we're here at NAB. And the problem we solve is that if you look at traditional video delivery on the internet, you have much larger events in 2022 that you had at any time during the past. You have those extremely large peak of traffic, and you have a lot of bottlenecks on the current way delivery is done. Typically access to the network, access to the eyeballs. And so the way we're changing that, the way we're trying to make delivery better is by partnering with the internet service provider and delivering incredibly dense architecture within the network that remove all the bottlenecks of accessing the network, that basically allows us to handle extremely large peak of traffic extremely quickly, provide a better user experience, provide a better video quality to the end users. And we also innovated with a very new business model where we share the revenue that we make for content delivery with those internet service providers. For the very first time, you have the entire supply chain of video delivery, from the content creators to the CDN to the internet service providers that have a vested interest in making that viewing experience a success.
Wow. How are you different from some of your competitors in the space?
Very good question. So we're different in two ways. We're on the technical side, we're different from the way we architect the network. You know, a typical CDN will have 5 nodes within a specific ISP in the US. We have more, typically between 600 and 900 nodes in each ISP that we deploy. So every user is going to have a node literally down the block in their city, and that's going to allow you to have better video quality, higher bitrate, better viewing experience, and overall a very stable, predictable experience. So that's the first part. On the business side, the main interest we bring to our content customers is that new business model. As I mentioned, we're sharing revenue with the internet service providers. So that gives us two things. That gives us, for the very first time, support. When you have a big network event, up until now, you had visibility up until the internet service provider network, and then it was kind of a black box. Now we have data from those ISPs. So we have visibility from end to end, from the creation of the content to literally your house, the internet connection that goes to your house. That's the first part. And then the second part is that because now it's a revenue stream for those internet service providers, we basically have support, we have help, we have advice from them. So when we deploy an architecture, they're gonna tell us where it makes the most sense, where it's the most efficient inside their network. When we have a big live event, when we have a big sporting event, they're going to provide support. They're going to give us direction, and they're going to help us make that event a success.
Okay. And what are you showing here at NAB Show New York?
So we're showing that entire ecosystem. What we're trying to show to our broadcasters friends today is that entire ecosystem. We are presenting the business model. We are presenting data. Qwilt has grown exponentially within the last 2 years. And so we have now some of the top largest content brand on the planet using our network to deliver content. So instead of showing you just slides, we're going to show you actually analytics and data that shows the performance improvement that you get by using our solution.
Okay. What can we expect from the business in the next 12 months?
Very good question. So right now it's all about expansion. I think we had a very good footprint in North America and Latin America. And now obviously with the success that we're having global ambitions. So our goal is to deploy more than 100 terabits per second of capacity by the end of this year, and double that within the next 12 months all across the globe.
Wow, that's exciting. It's quite a lot of expansion.
Very good time.
Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio and speaking to me today.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Claire.